about. The lesson 2 is all about the polynomial. So we have lesson 2 here. So let's start with polynomial. So in this lesson class, you will be able to learn on how to identify different types of polynomials. And I think I already discussed to you this one in the first module, like the monomial, binomial, trinomial, entynomial, and so on. And then you'll be able to learn also on how to perform operations in polynomial expressions. So I think I only give you on the last module on how to add and subtract polynomials, but in this lesson you will be able to learn more, especially on how to multiply and divide polynomial expressions. So let's start. Of course, mag-start tayo sa definition ng polynomial. When we say polynomial, this is an algebraic expression that is composed of terms separated by mathematical operations in which meron siyang restriction. The exponent should be only whole number. So, ganun na klasa, exponents should be whole number and no variables appear in the denominators. This phrase here is very related. Yung only whole numbers lang and the variables or no variables appear in the denominator. Why? So, remember yung negative ng yung law of negative exponent natin. If our polynomial contains this expression, we have x to the power of negative 3. Negative 3 is not a whole number. This is a negative integer. That's why if we simplify this, this would be equal to 1 all over x, the reciprocal. So sabi dito, yung polynomial daw is wala siyang variable na nag-appear sa denominator. Ito, may nag-appear na x raised to the power of 3. Therefore, this one right here is not a polynomial. This is a rational expression. So please take note with this kasi paibayan sila. So for a polynomial expression, it can be simply written as the collection of all terms of a sub n raised to x sub n. So terms siya in descending order of degree of exponent. So nag-start tayo sa pinaka-highest degree, yung n. Then magdi-decrease to siya. So, a raised to n minus 1, x raised to n minus 1. Tapos, next is to n minus 2 times x raised to n minus 2. Hanggang dadating siya sa point na you only have a sub 1, x raised to 1, plus just the constant a sub 0. So, as you can see, again, your exponent here should be whole number alone and must not contain any denominator. So, wala siyang variable sa denominator. So, ganito lang. Again, in descending, in decreasing order of degree. Example, we have here 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 5x plus 1. This is a polynomial expression that has a descending order of the degree of the exponent. And our highest degree here, or the degree of the polynomial, is a third degree. Why? Because the highest exponent here is 3. And then this would be our leading coefficient. When we say leading coefficient, this is the coefficient for a term that contains the highest exponent. So, since yung highest exponent natin is 3, automatic si 3 yung magiging leading term. Kahit mauna pa to siya sa pagkasulat, kahit malagay pa yan siya dito, pero given na hindi siya yung pinaka-highest degree of exponent, therefore, 2 is not considered as the leading coefficient. So, in order to visualize that, so let's have an example. Let's say we have here a given polynomial. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 polynomials. And then we are tasked to solve the leading coefficient and the degree of the polynomial. For the first one, tingnan natin, ilang terms meron yung polynomial natin? We have first, second, third, fourth. So this is a fourth term na polynomial. And then, ano yung leading coefficient niya? So first, titingnan natin kung ano yung degree ng polynomial. Yung degree ng polynomial is the highest exponent. So we have x to the power of 9. Therefore, this polynomial here is a 9-degree polynomial. So 9 degree. How about its leading coefficient? So this would be the coefficient that contains the variable that has the highest degree of exponent. So we only have 1. So may invisible 1 kasi sa x raised to 9. For the second example, we have 7x cubed plus 3x squared plus negative 2x plus 1. Still a fourth term na polynomial wherein it is on a 3 degree. So 3 degree na siya kasi yung highest exponent is x cubed. At ano yung katabi niya na coefficient? 7. So 7 will be our leading coefficient. So lagay natin 7. How about the third one? We have 5x plus 1. So this is a binomial expression kasi 2 terms lang. 5x and 1. Yung degree niya, since x lang raised to the power of 1, therefore this is a 1 degree polynomial. And its leading coefficient, so yung katabi ng 1 degree, so you have 5 as the leading coefficient. How about the last part? Sir, is this a polynomial? Of course, that is a monomial that has no variable or meron siyang variable but only raised to the power of 0. Kasi 3 is just equal to 3 raised to x to the power of 0. Kasi any number raised to 0, again, the law of 0, the answer is 1. So for 3, this is a 0-degree polynomial. And the leading term is 3. So siya na, kasi siya lang naman mag-isa. Therefore, siya na yung leading term. So, na-gets ra class? Okay. Okay, let's jump to the rules of adding and subtracting polynomials. Again, you can only add and subtract polynomials if they have the same variables with its corresponding exponent. For A, since same yung variable nila, x squared and x squared, so this is just simply 10x squared plus 5x, 10 plus 5, we have 15. 15x squared. How about for the second number? Same yung variable nila, y, and also yung exponent nila. So therefore, we can add directly their coefficients. Ano yung coefficient nila? So we have 7 plus 9 times y to the 5th. This is equal to 16y to the 5th. So, ganun lang. How about for letter C? Again, they have the same variable with corresponding exponent. Therefore, we can add them directly. So, we have negative 4 plus 8. We have 4, then a cubed. How about on the second column? So, we have here 4x cubed plus 2x. Since both are, ano sila, although they have same variable but have different corresponding exponents. So, therefore, cannot be combined. For B, the last term here, wala siyang variable. So, hindi siya pwede ma-combine. Hindi pwede. How about for letter C? We have 9z to the 7 plus 7z to the 5th plus 3z cubed plus 1. Again, magkaiba-iba yung corresponding exponents nila. Therefore, this one cannot be combined. So, only the left column can be combined in this example. Next, how about, let's jump to the mga rules, other rules aside from adding and subtracting. So this is just a review class. We have rule number 1, a recap on the additive inverse. So when we say the additive inverse of a positive number, let's say positive a, yung additive inverse niya is just equal to negative a. So just the negative of that number. Let's say we have an expression of x minus 1. The additive inverse niya is just the negative of that expression. This is negative x minus 1. For negative numbers, let's say I have here negative a. The additive inverse for negative a is just the negative of the negative a. So therefore, magiging positive na pala siya na number. let's say we have x plus y na expression. So this is just, negative of x plus y. So this is just simply written as negative of negative x plus y. So therefore, this is just equal to x plus y. So ganun lang. That is the rule of additive inverse. Next, we also have the rule of absolute value. So again, remember, absolute value for a positive number is just the number. While for absolute of negative number or expression, let's say we have negative x plus 2, is just the negative of that number. So take negative or just the multiplication of negative 1 times the number. So x plus 2. So I add here a brace. So the final answer will always be positive x plus 2. Kasi always remember, the absolute value for a number or an expression should be always positive. So this is just a review class. Next, we have an exercise on how to add and subtract polynomials. So we have two options here. You can use either horizontal format or vertical format. In the first example, I will show you both methods in order to prove to you that they have the same answers. So in adding polynomials, so we have here two parts. We have here the addend. So addend. And we also have here the ogend. So write first for me, kung mag-horizontal format kayo, write first yung ogend. So we have 8x cubed minus 4x squared. So mawawala na yung parenthesis y because you can just simply multiply negative 1 here to the inside. Then for here, plus, since positive man ito, if we distribute there para matangtang yung natin yung parenthesis, so it's just a number because any number multiplied by a positive 1. So welcome Mr. Triste. We are now on the lesson 2 for module 2. Don't worry, for module 1 it's all about exponents. Tapos mag-upload naman ako ng video para dito. So again, let's continue in adding this two polynomials. So distribute mo. So you can just write it simply as 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 9x plus 8. Then combine like terms. So again, makombine natin yung x cubed dito. So this is now equal to 11x cubed. So diba 11x cubed na ito. I think meron naman nag-join. So we have Pipito. Okay. Let's continue. So here, what's next? So x squared. So we have negative 4x squared added to 5x squared. So we have x squared na lang. How about the x? We have here 6x and negative 9x. So 6x minus 9x is equal to negative 3x. How about for our constant? So we only have one constant, this value 8 here. So you can write it down as plus 8. So this would be our answer for in horizontal format. How about in vertical format? So erase muna natin to para hindi siya maglagi yung pen natin. Okay, so for the vertical format, remember your elementary or high school na pag-add ng numbers. Let's say we have 24 plus 42 alignment. So 4 plus 2, 8, 4 plus 2, 8. So ganun lang. You just align them. So in this example for polynomials, so ganun lang yung gagawin mo. You need to write first the addend. So the addend is equal to 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x. Next, you put an addition sign, then write this bar, this popular bar famous bar. Then next, write the ogend. So ogend is ogend. Write the ogend. In writing the ogend, you need to align those terms that are similar to the addend. So for 3x cubed, align siya sa 8x cubed. So we have 3x cubed. How about 5x squared? Ma-align din siya dito sa negative 4x squared. So this is positive 5x squared. How about negative 9x? Ma-align siya sa positive 6x. So we have minus 9x. How about yung constant natin na 8? So dun lang siya sa huli kasi wala namang constant sa ating addend. Then add directly. So bring down 8, positive 8. Then 6 plus negative 9 is negative 3. So negative 3x. Then negative 4x squared plus 5x is equal to positive x. Then 8x cubed plus 3x cubed is 11x cubed. As you have noticed, class, both solutions are the same. So same lang pala yung answer nila. And then it's up to you kung saan ka kampante or saan ka preferred, whether horizontal format or vertical format. So on the next example, again, mag-add pa din tayo, but this time I will show you na lang the horizontal format. So there in your respective na homes, just practice na lang yung vertical format or just prove it whether they have the same answer or if you arrive in the same answer. For the horizontal format, so yun na lang yung ko ituturo ko. So here, matatanggal na yung parenthesis because you can just simply multiply here e1. So just copy the addend, negative 4x to the fourth plus 6x cubed minus 9x squared minus 12. Then sa second, sa ogend, since positive lang to, don't worry, any number multiplied by 1, the answer is the number. So distribute mo lang tsaka dun. So it's just equal to negative 3x cubed plus 8x squared minus 11x plus 7. Then combine like terms. So I spot here x to the fourth since it is only alone, wala siyang kaibang sama na x to the fourth. So just write it down, negative 4x to the fourth. What's next? X cubed. So I spot here 6x cubed and another negative 3x cubed. So combine both, so we have positive 3x cubed. Next, how about for x squared? We have negative 9x squared here and we have positive 8x squared. Combine them, negative 9 plus 8, you have negative, so negative x squared. So correct me, class, if you find something na nagkakamali ako. So how about for x? So we only have one, negative 11x. Therefore, write it down, negative 11x. Last, we have two terms. We have two constants. We have negative 12 plus 7. So, i-combine natin to, yung 12 plus 7, we have negative 12 plus 7, we have negative 5. So this would be our final answer, okay, for this example. So let's jump to example number 3. In this time, hindi na tayo mag-add, magsa-subtract na tayo. In subtraction, I will show you na lang yung horizontal format rather than the vertical format. And then just prove na lang na magso-solve ka in a vertical format. So just prove whether both answers are the same. So for a horizontal format, especially for subtracting polynomials, just write the minuend. So this would be the minuend. And then yung second part is our subtrahend. O yung mag-subtract, subtrahend. So, una natin isulat yung minuend. Since wala ditong negative sign, positive lang, just copy the minuend. We have 2x squared minus 11x plus 8. Class, ito yung medyo na careless yung mga estudyante. Since some of you just write it plus positive 7x squared minus 6x, which is wrong. Kasi meron kang negative sa labas. Kasi since this is already a this is already a subtraction. Since subtraction na ito. So dapat mong gawin is i-distribute mo tong negative inside the parenthesis. So negative 1 times 7x squared, we have negative 7x squared. Next one, negative 1 times negative 6x, we have positive 6x. The other one, negative 1 times positive 2, we have negative 2. Then combine like terms. I spot here, we have x squared and x squared. So we have 2x squared minus 7x squared. We have negative 5x squared. Next, 11 in terms of x, so negative 11x plus 6x, so we have negative 5x. How about for constants? We have positive 8 minus 2. So 8 minus 2 is equals to positive 6. So this is now our final answer. So class, are you still with me? Nafa-follow nyo pa? Nafa-follow nyo na? Nafa-follow nyo pa? Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to the next example. So kayo na lang mag-solve niya in terms of vertical format. Ganun pa rin, i-align mo siya and then do subtraction. So here, copy again the minuend. So we have 3x squared minus 7xy minus y squared. Then, since negative na dito, kasi subtraction na, distribute the negative sign. Negative 1 times negative 4x, so we have positive 4x squared. Negative 1 times positive 7x squared, 7x, we have negative 7xy. Negative 1 times negative 3y squared, we have positive 3y squared. Then, multiply same terms. May isa ditong x squared, meron ditong x squared, so you have 3x squared plus 4x squared is equal to 7x squared. How about our xy? So we have here negative 7xy and negative 7xy. Therefore, we now have negative 14xy. How about our y squared? So we have negative y squared plus 3y. So we now have plus 2y squared. So this would be our final answer for this example. So ganun lang class. Combine mo, don't forget to distribute. Especially nag-subtraction na tayo for the horizontal format. Then kayo na bahala mag-solve dito sa vertical format. Okay. Pardon. Asa negative ang y ani? This part here, kani siya na part? Okay, kani siya na part na Okay, sorry. This is positive y. So kana jud no? Attentive. Thank you. So since positive y squared 2 plus 3y, so we have mali pala. This is 4y. So kana jud. Abtik plus 4y. So yun lang. This would now be our final answer. So please class, interrupt me whenever I have some mistakes here. So next, how about this one? So meron pang nasulat. Actually, this is from the previous section. Okay. So we have example number 5, still subtraction. So again, write the minuend. So we have 6x cubed minus 3x plus 7. Again, distribute the negative 1 for the first term. We have negative 1 times 3x squared. We have negative 3x squared. Next, negative 1 times negative 5x. So we have positive 5x. Next, we have negative times positive 12, we have negative 12. Then, combine again. Since we only have one term for x cubed, write it down directly. So this is equal to 6x cubed. Then for x squared, still we only have one, negative 3x squared. So write it down directly, negative 3x squared. Then we have two terms for x. So we have here negative 3x and positive 5x. So combine this one, negative 3 plus 5, we have positive 2x. Then 7 minus 12, so we have negative 5. So this would be our final answer. And I think this is the last, siguro, this is the last example for adding and subtracting polynomials. So let's jump to the third operation, the multiplication of polynomials. So in multiplying polynomials, very easy lang class. It's like you have 2 times 4 is equals to 8. You have 2 times 3 is equal to 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. So ganun lang yung multiplication ng ating monomials for the case of monomials. So let's have an example here. Let's say we have 2 multiplied by xy. Itatabi mo lang, you have 2xy. So 2 now is the coefficient of xy. For the second, we have 3x times xy squared. So itatabi mo lang, class. You have 3x times x y squared. Pero after mo siya itabi, tingnan mo, meron pang ma-simplify. Why? Because we have dalawang x dito. So, rule of exponent, i-add mo yung exponent nila. So, we have 3x squared y squared. How about example number 3? So, we have here 5a cubed a squared b to the 5th. So, itatabi mo lang 5a cubed a squared b to the 5th. Then combine same term using law of exponent. So we have here both a, so just add their exponents. So you have 5 raised to a, 3 plus 2, so we have 5, then b to the 5. So ganun lang ha, i-add mo lang. So next we have the fourth and the fifth example. So we have here medyo mahaba to siya. So we have here xy squared. So itabi mo lang talaga xy squared. You have here x squared y cubed, then z to the 4th. To simplify this, combine same terms or same variables. So we have x here, 1 plus 2, then y here is 2 plus 3, then we only have 1z. So simplify it further, we have x cubed pala, then we have y to the 5th pala, then z to the 4th. So ito yung answer nito. Then with same din sa number 5. Number 5 lang is mahaba na talaga siya. So again, itabi mo lang 4x cubed y to the 4th, z to the 5th, then 3 x y squared, then z cubed. So unahin muna yung mga numerical terms. So we have here 4 and 3. So unahin mo sila, 4 times 3, then una is yung x. So x, i-combine mo. We have here x cubed, we have x. So 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. How about y? We have here y to the 4th and y squared. So add their exponent. We have 4 plus 2 is equals to 6. Therefore, this is y to the 6. How about z? We have z raised to the power of 5 times z to the power of 3. Just add their exponent. So 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. Therefore, our z is 8. Z raised to the power of 8. So ito yung answer dito for example number 5. So next, let's jump to the next example. So we have here multiply yung monomial and a binomial. On the previous part, it is monomial by monomial. Ngayon, monomial and a binomial. So, ano yung rule dito? Just remember the distributive property of algebra. If you have a monomial x multiplied by a 2 binomial, we have 2x plus 1. Just distribute this monomial to both terms inside the binomial. So we have here 2x squared plus x. So ito lang yung result niya. Ganito mag-simplify ng monomial at saka binomial that is multiplied with each other. So we have here example number 1. So for this rule, we only have 3 examples. So let's start with example number 1. In this case, as what I have told you, distribute this monomial 2y to each term inside the binomial. So distribute natin. And don't forget the sign. So 2y times x squared plus, again, 2y times 1. Simplify. You have 2x squared y plus 2y. So, ganyan lang pag-simplify ng monomial at binomial that is multiplied with each other. Okay, for the second example. So, erase natin to para hindi siya lagi. Hindi mag-lag. So, for the second example, we have here 5x squared y times 3xy plus 2yz. So again, distribute on the first and the second term. So we have here 5x squared y multiplied by 3xy plus 5x squared y multiplied by 2yz. So in this case, this is just the multiplication of monomial to monomial. So, itabi mo na lang. But don't forget to tabi the coefficients. So, or the numerical value. So, 5 times 3. Then, combine for x. For x, we have 2 plus 1. So, we have 3 here. X cubed. Then, y and y. So, 1 plus 1 is 2. We now have y squared. Plus, for the second term, itabi mo yung mga numerical values. So, we have 5 times 2. Then, how about for x? Since walang x dito na kasama, so just write x squared lang. How about for y? We have y and y. So, take the sum of their exponents. So, you have y squared kasi 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Then, for z, since nag-iisa lang siya, so just write directly z. Then, simplify further, kasi we have a numerical value here. So, 5 times 3 is equals to 15 times x cubed, y squared, plus 5 times 2 is equals to 10. 10x squared, y squared, z. So, this will now be our final answer if we want to perform the operation. So next, let's jump to the final example. 8x times 6x plus 4. So this would be equal to the product of 8x and 6x and 8x times negative 4. Distribute mo lang. So we have here 8x times 6x minus 8x times 4. So this would be equal to 6 times 8, 48, x squared, minus 8 times 4, 32. So we have 32x. So this would now be our final answer. So do you have any question, class? Do you have any question? Okay. Let's proceed to the next. How about if we are going to multiply binomial with binomial? So it is stated here that the product would be polynomial that has 3 terms. So, dito, 3 terms. Or it is called a trinomial. So, pag nag-multiply ka ng binomial, you use the FOIL method. Tinatawag natin na, or this is an abbreviation for the first, the outer, inner, and the last. So, ano ba ang gamit dito? Let's say we have a binomial, 2a minus 4, and another binomial, a plus 5, multiplied by each other. So, sabi nga dito, yung resulting daw is 3 terms. So, therefore, magsulat tayo na ito yung first term. Dito natin ilagay. In order for you to visualize, we have here the second term. And then, on the right side, we have the third term. So, para makuha nyo agad, yung first term class is our F here for the FOIL. So, F, lagay natin F. For the second term, combination of the outer and inner. So, therefore, O and I. For L, the third term. So, lagay mo ito si L. So, anong gawin natin sa word na first na ito para makuha yung first term? So, pag sinasabing F, tatandaan nyo lang, multiply the first term for each binomial. Ano yung first term dito sa first binomial? Of course, 2a. Then, multiply it to the first term of the second binomial. So, therefore, ito. So, we have 2a times a, which is equal to 2a squared. Ganun yun ha, in order to get the first term. In order to get naman sa second term, so, sabi dito, outer tsaka inner. Ano gagawin sa outer tsaka inner? So, yung gawin mo dito is you add the resulting number or expression for the outer and the inner. So, anong ibig sabihin ng outer? These are the product of the outer terms. Ano yung outer terms dito? Of course, ito. The outermost. 2a and 5. So, multiply 2a times 5. I-add daw. Sabi kasi dito. How about your inner class, your I? So, this would be the inner terms. Ganun lang. So, again, outer, doon sa, ano talaga, sa may gilid. Yung inner is yung mga terms na nasa loob. So, we have here plus, don't forget the sign, negative 4 times a. So, simplify, you have 10a minus 4a. This would be equal to 6a. So, ito pala yung second term natin, yung 6a. How about for the third term? Sabi daw dito, last. So, this is the opposite of the first term. Last indicates that you need to find the product of the terms for on the last term for each binomial. So, ano yung last term ng binomial? So, for the first binomial, this is the last term. For the second binomial, this is the last term. Just multiply the last. It is opposite for the multiplying the first. So, ito kasi yung first. Ito yung F, tsaka ito yung L mo. So, see the difference. So, multiply the last. You have negative 4 times positive 5. So, this will be equal to negative 20. In order to write the product, so you combine the first. So, the first is 2a squared. Then, add the second term, positive 6a. Then, write also the third term, minus 20. So, therefore, this would be our final product in multiplying two binomials respectively. So, now, gets ra class? Okay, don't forget, first, outer, inner, last. So, FOIL method. This is the FOIL methods. Okay, so let's have another example. Let's say we have 3a minus 2 times 5a plus 7. So, again, lagay natin para visualize nyo. First term. Sa middle, second term. Sa right side is the, the third term. So, for our first term, remember f. So, ano yung first term natin? So, 3a times 5a. This is our first term. So, 3a times 5a. The resulting answer is 15a squared. Unahin lang natin yung last. So, yung last is ito. L. So, this is just the product of negative 2 times 7, which is equal to negative 14. How about for the second term? Okay, this is the sum of the outer and the inner. So this is O plus I. Our outer, we have 3a times 7. This is equal to 21a. How about our inner? We have negative 2 times 5a. So we have negative 10a. So 21a plus negative 10a, this is equal to 11a. Then combine those three terms. So you now have a final answer equal to 15a squared plus 11a minus 14. So this would be our final answer. So next, let's jump to the next example. How about if we're given this, 2x minus 5x times x plus 4. I'm so sorry. This is, ano pala to siya? 5 lang ito. So, hindi kasali yung x dito. So, this is just 2x minus 5 times x plus 4. So, balik tayo. Again, we write the first term here. Then, second term. Third term. So, first term, our f. So, first 2x times x. So, ito. So, you have 2x squared. How about for the second term? This is the outer plus the inner. Ano yung outer natin dito? So, you have 2x times 4. This is equal to 8x. How about yung inner? This is 5 times x. So, negative 5 times x. So, this is equal to negative 5x. Perform the operation. 8x minus 5x is equals to 3x. How about the third term? This would be your last. So, last dito is ito. Negative 5 times 4. So, ito yung last. Ito yung first. Negative 5 times 4 is just negative 20. Sige, thank you. So, okay, let's continue. Combine the result. So, our final result here is 2x squared plus 3x minus 20. So, ito yung final answer natin para dito. So, nakuha na, class? Okay. So, next, we have multiplying polynomials with 2 or more terms. So, when we multiply two polynomials containing 2 or more terms, we should make sure to multiply each term of one polynomial by each term of the other. So, in short, kapag nag-multiply ka ng ganitong klase ng polynomials, you apply distributive property as highlighted here. Apply this distributive property. And in multiplying this type of polynomials, you can have two solutions. We have horizontal format and vertical format. So, para madali tayo, I will just show you one type of solution. Ito yung horizontal format. So, for horizontal format, you just distribute first yung 3y. Distribute mo siya on the second polynomial. So, i-distribute mo for each term talaga. So, you have here 3y times y squared. The result is 3y cubed. Diba? Y man dito, may y squared. law of exponent, i-add mo yung exponent nila. So, 2 plus 1, 3y cubed. Then, 3y times 5y. We have positive 15y squared. How about 3y times negative 1? Positive times negative is negative. So, we have negative 3y. For the second term, we have negative 2. Always remember, hindi lang to 2, negative 2 ito. So, therefore, i-carry over mo yung sign niya. Multiply mo sa first, sa second, hanggang sa third. So, negative 2 times y squared. So, you have negative 2y squared. How about negative 2 times 5y? So, you have negative 10y. How about negative 2 times negative 1? This is positive 2. Then, combine those terms that has the same variable and its corresponding exponent. For y cubed, we only have 1. So, just write it down. 3y cubed. How about for y squared? So, 15y squared and negative 2y squared. So, we have positive 13y squared. How about negative 3y and negative 10y? So, this is add. Negative 3 plus negative 10. So, we have negative 13y. How about, so, the constant. Since we only have one constant, 2, just write it down directly, plus 2. So, this would be our final answer in multiplying polynomials with 2 or more terms. So, I only use horizontal format. You can use the vertical format in this way. The same with your high school na mag-multiply ka ng ganito times y. This is just simply multiply mo maging y squared. Sorry, magiging y squared. Then y times x, you have xy. Parang ganun lang. Just i-align mo lang sila. Then isa-isahin mo per term. So let's jump na to the next example. How about if you are given this? So we have trinomial multiplied by trinomial. Again, i-distribute ang natin isa-isa. So y squared times y squared, we have y to the fourth. Y squared times 2y, so you have positive 2y cubed. So rule of exponent ha, don't forget. Y squared times 2, we have plus 2y squared. For the next term, we have negative 2y times y squared. So we have negative 2y cubed. Don't forget the sign, negative 2y times positive 2y. So we have negative 4y squared. How about negative 2y times positive 2? So we have negative 4y. Then, jump to the last part, last term, which is 2. So 2 times y squared, you have positive 2y squared. 2 times 2y, you have positive 4y. 2 times 2 is equals to 4. Then, combine same term. Since we only have y to the fourth, so you can write it directly. So that is equal to y to the fourth. Then, we have two terms for y cubed. So, we have positive 2y cubed minus 2y cubed. Mawawala siya, maka-cancel out. How about for y squared? So, you have here 2y squared minus 4y squared is equal to negative 2y squared. Plus positive 2y squared, magiging 0 na rin to kasi ito, tsaka ito, i-combine, maka-cancel out, ma-0 na siya. Then, how about negative 4y plus 4y? Maka-cancel din siya kasi negative 4 or 4 minus 4 is equals to 0. Therefore, 0 din to. What's left is positive 4. So, we have plus 4. So, simple as that. So, since we are already through with multiplying polynomials with 2 or more terms, we have here a special products or mga special products ng binomial. I think you are already familiar with this one, you're senior high school, but let's have a review na lang. So for sum and difference of same terms, sinasabi dito sum and difference of same term, magiging resulta mo is this. So let's say we have the sum of two terms, x plus y, multiplied by the difference, so x minus y. The resulting expression would be a binomial, which is the difference of the squares of x and y. So we have x squared minus y squared. So ganito lang, class. Bakit ganito? To prove this, we distribute this one. So apply FOIL method. So first, x and x. So we have x squared. Then the outer and the inner. So outer x times negative y. So we have negative xy. Inner y times x. We have positive xy. The last, we have y times negative y. We have negative y squared. As you can see, if you add the outer and the inner, negative xy plus xy will result to 0. Therefore, what's left is x squared minus y squared. So this is a special case for multiplying two binomials, wherein hindi siya magre-result into a binomials but two binomial alone or two terms alone. So ganun lang. So in this example, let's try to solve x plus 3 times x minus 3. Here, we let x as just x. So from our formula. And then we let y is equals to 3. So therefore, yung resulting answer lang pala nila is just x squared minus y squared, wherein our y is 3. So just the same as 3 squared. And then this can be equal to x squared minus 9. So ganito lang, class. Ganito lang para sa sum and difference of same terms. Another example for this one. How about we have okay, you have a question? Asa dapit? Ay, kani siya negative 3 squared. Actually, kanila square ani. Oh, I will indicate naman na ma-appeal ang negative 3. Why? Because I write it in this way. X squared plus negative 3 squared. So if I write it that way, meaning included yung negative. So beware. If this is written in this way, therefore, hindi kasali yung negative sa pag-squared mo. If this is written in this way, kasali na yung negative. So, clear na? Okay, you're welcome. So, let's proceed. How about we have 5x plus 4 times 5x minus 4. So, remember, x plus y times x minus y is equals to x squared minus y squared. So we let x would be 5x from the example here. Ito 5x. Our y would be 4 in this example. So 4. Hindi siya negative 4. Bakit? Kasi kung titingnan mo, dapat ito separated by plus. Then dito din separated siya by minus. So this one also separated by minus. So therefore, yung y mo pala is just simply 4, positive number. So, pag ganito, you can just factor this as simply x plus y, x minus y. So, you just write, you can multiply them directly as x squared minus y squared. So, you just write 5x squared, kasi yung buong x is squared mo, minus 4 squared. So here, simplify further using your exponent law, yung distribute mo yung 2 sa 5 tsaka sa x. So you have 5 squared times x squared minus 4 times 4. So we have 16 here. Then our 5 squared is equals to 25. Then x squared So, meron tayong x squared dito minus 16. So, ganito lang yung final answer mo. Then, next, we have another type of special product. We have x plus 5 squared. This is known as the square of a binomial. Kasi yung binomial mo, gi-squared. So, in a short form, if you have this one, let's say a plus b squared, this is just simply as the square of a. So, for the first term, i-square mo lang yung a, so a squared. And in getting the last term, i-square mo din yung last, so square mo yung b. So, you now have the first and the last. Our problem na lang is yung middle term. Paano ma-solve yung middle term? Ito lang class ha. This is only applicable for square of a binomial. So, ma-eliminate, although this can be solved by FOIL method, but this is the shortcut, the very, very shortcut na talaga. So, ito yung gagawin natin. Just multiply the two terms inside the binomial, a times b, then multiply it to the exponent. Again, multiply both terms on the binomial, a times b, then multiply it to the exponent, which is equal to 2. This can only be applied, guys, to square or exponent equal to 2. So, let's proceed. So, ab, then times 2. So, this would be here, 2. So, therefore, this is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So, let's apply it here. Again, i-square mo yung first. So, you have x squared. Then, i-squared mo yung last para makuha mo yung last. So, 5 times 5 is 25. Kapag negative to siya, masali yung negative mo. Hindi lang yung 5. Take note class ha. Kapag minus 5 to dito, yung buong minus 5 mo, i-squared mo siya. Ganon. Then, for the middle term, again, multiply these two terms. 5 times x is 5x. Then, multiply to the exponent, which is 2. So, we have 5x times 2. We have positive 10x. So, this is how you are going to simplify square of a binomial. So, let's have another example. How about we have 2x minus 3 raised to the power of 2. Again, square of a binomial, but the operation is subtraction. Again, square the first term. So, square na yung first term. So, 2x squared. Then, square the last term. Positive, plus, negative 3 man dahil negative, so squared. How we are going to solve for the middle term? So, again, for middle term, you just multiply the two terms. So, negative 3 times 2x multiplied by the exponent 2. Then, simplify. Simplify din natin yung first. We now have 4x squared. The middle term, negative 3 times 2x, we have negative 6x. Negative 6x times 2, we have negative 12x. How about on the last term? Square of negative 3. Of course, positive 9. Therefore, this would be our final answer. So, ganun lang class ha. Sa middle term lang talaga tayo dito magtatalunan. Kasi, kapag kalimutan mo yon yung shortcut na just multiply the two terms, then multiply it to the numerator, to the exponent. So, marunong ka talaga. Kapag nakalimutan mo to, stick na lang class sa FOIL method. Always remember the FOIL method because this is still the same. Because we have 2x minus 3, then 2x minus 3. If you do FOIL, so you have first, that's why squared ito. The last, 3 times negative 3, that's why squared natin dito. For the middle, for the outer and the inner, they both have the same value. That's why, minamultiply natin ng 2. So, this shortcut still comes from the principle of FOIL method. So, ganun lang. Don't forget FOIL method. Question, Sir, ma-apply ba yung FOIL method, sir, sa 3 terms? Actually, hindi. But 3 terms can be grouped para maging 2 terms na siya, maging binomial. Let's say, we have this. Sa example ko niya lahat kasi baka may mag-question. We have 2x plus 3y plus 1 squared. Sir, tatlo na ito eh. Yung FOIL hanggang 2 lang. Okay, I can make it in this way. 2x plus 3y plus 1 squared. See? Dalawa na yung term ko. So, pwede na siya. Ito yung first ko, tsaka last ko na term. Ganon din. So, it can also be applied to many more terms. Pero marami ka nang i-simplify sa huli. So, next, we have cube of a binomial. So, kapag cube of a binomial class, this is just the same as the general form or the general law of exponent. Let's say we have 2x plus, let's say we have a plus b raised to the power of 3. This is just simply written as a plus b times a plus b times a plus b. Actually, if we simplify it further, the resulting polynomial is a of course a 3-degree polynomial that has 4 terms. This is a cube plus 3 a squared b plus 3 ab squared plus b cubed. As you have noticed, the sum of the exponents for each term are equal. Let's say the first term a cube, second term a squared and b. Sa b meron siyang 1 dito, so yung sum of exponent nila is 3. And also same with the third term and the fourth term. So ganon. So to apply this, you can use long method. For example, let's say 2x plus 3 to the power of 3. So you can just write it here as 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. However, as you've noticed, pwede ko pala mag-group yung 2x plus 3 tsaka 2x plus 3 para magamit ko yung FOIL or yung square of a binomial. So I can write this in this way. 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 then squared. Then I can use the square of a binomial. So erase muna natin to. I can use square of a binomial for this one. So this can be written as 2x plus 3 multiplied by square the first term. So we have 4x squared. Then for the second term, multiply 2x and 3, you have 6x. Then multiplied by 2, you have positive 12x. So meron kang positive 12x dyan. Then square the last term. So plus 9. Then in this example, i-distribute mo na siya. So i-distribute mo na yung 2x sa 4x squared, 2x patungong 12x, and then 2x patungong 9. So you have 2x times 4x squared, you have 8x cubed. How about 2x times 12x? So you have positive 24x squared. How about 2x times positive 9? So you have positive 18x. Then 3 times 4x squared, you have plus 12, okay, sorry. You have plus 12x. 12x squared para dito. So 12x. Then you have 3 times 12x, so you have 36. So you have 36x. Then 3 times 9, so here 3 times 9 is equals to 27. So combine all terms, so you have 8x cubed. Combine yung x squared, so we have 24x squared plus 12x squared. The answer is 36, so we have plus 36x squared. Then for x, so you have positive 18 here, plus 36, we have positive 54x. Then plus 27, so plus 27. So ganito ka lang simplify ng cube of a binomial. Or you can use the formula here, yung a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. The result would be the same. Like you just let a is equals to 2x and b is equals to 3. Okay, so parang ganun lang, class. So next, let's move to the cube of a binomial for the second example. So we have here 2x minus 3, so I can just write here 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3 squared. So using the square of a binomial, so you have 2x minus 3 times the square of this, we have 4x squared. Then negative 3 times 2x, you have negative 6x times the exponent 2, so you have negative 12x. Then square of negative 3 is positive 9, so plus 9. Then distribute 2x times 4x squared, you have 8x cubed. Then 2x times negative 12, so you have negative 24x squared. 2x times positive 9, so you have positive 18x. On the second term, negative 3 times 4x squared, you have negative 12x squared. Then negative 3 times negative 12, you have positive 36x. Then negative 3 times positive 9, negative 27. Ganun lang. Then combine same term. So you have here 8x cubed minus, depende. Negative 24x squared, ito, tsaka yung negative 12x squared. So, buti na lang, negative pa rin. So, we have negative 36x squared. Then, 18x plus 36x is equals to positive 54x. Then, copy the last term, which is the constant minus 27. So, therefore, this would be our final answer. So, let's proceed to the last example. Oh, ito pala, this is just another another information for this lesson, yung tinatawag nating Pascal triangle. Class, are you familiar with the Pascal's triangle? Anyone of you na familiar dito sa Pascal triangle? Nakalimot na? Actually, yung Pascal triangle, it tells you the coefficient of the terms of your binomial expansion. Kasi di ba marami tayong binomial expansion. So let's start with yung pag-draw ng Pascal triangle. So in drawing Pascal triangle, you start with 1. Ito, 1. Then 1 and 1 on both left and right. Then always write 1 on the left and also on the right. So I just write here 1. But on the next term, you add this 1 and 1 to make it 2. Then again, always write 1 on the both left and right. Again, write 1 on the left. Then 1 plus 2 is 3. Then 2 plus 1 is 3. Then write 1 on the right. Repeat this hanggang makuha mo tong na to. So this is our Pascal triangle. Yung gamit ng Pascal triangle, yun na nga, nagde-determine yun siya sa coefficient ng terms mo sa binomial expansion mo. Because yung 1 pala, this is just equal to x plus y raised to 0. Because remember, any number raised to 0, the answer is 1. So therefore, 1 lang yung coefficient. How about 1 and 1? This is just equal to x plus y raised to 1. So any number raised to 1, the answer is just number. So you only have x plus y. And try to look at the coefficient. So we only have 1 and 1. So that's why it is 1 and 1. For 1 to 1, this is for square of a binomial. Why? Because here, let's say we have x plus y raised to the power of 2. So this is equal to applying our previous law. So square the first term, so x squared. In order to get the middle term, multiply xy times the exponent. So we have plus 2xy. Then square the last term, so we have plus y squared. As you've noticed, yung coefficient natin is 1. Sa second term is 2 and then 1. So therefore, it agrees with our pattern in the Pascal triangle. So if you continue hanggang x plus y raised to power of 3, so at ito din yung pattern 1, 3, 3, 1. During our time class, we are tasked to solve or expand this x plus y raised to the power of 50. Class, can you do it? Papa-assignment sana ako. Kaya nyo ba? X plus y raised to 50? Class, kaya nyo ba? X plus y raised to 50. Lisod sa yon. X plus y raised to 50. Actually, it was given to us as an assignment. If you don't have any background about binomial expansion and what is Pascal triangle all about, so you will write it this way. So, ganito ka. X plus y times x plus y hanggang aabot ka ng ika-50 na x plus y. Then, you manually multiply them. So, siguro maabutan ka sa kasimana, maabutan ka na isang linggo. So, ganun, napakahirap. So, that's why you need a background on the binomial expansion, yung pattern niya, pati na yung Pascal triangle. And I think this is the end of our discussion in lesson 2. So, can we take a 1-minute break first? Okay na nyo, class? 1-minute break muna tayo? Okay. Okay, so let's now jump to lesson 2.3. So I will be back muna ha. Let's have a break first. 1 minute break lang, class.